Bitcoin price exploding, putting in a massive power move. The bulls confirmed. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe, hit that like on the way in. Let's jump into this non-financial advice video. Everybody, this isn't financial advice, but this is data that we've been tracking for so long, and some things have played out on the macro charts that are so exciting to just kind of see finally happen. And it really is such an illustration of the patience involved in crypto. We say it time and time again. I mean, really, I started this YouTube channel all the way back here, enduring the bear market and just getting these pumps and then these crashes and the volatility, the roller coaster ride. And it is patience that has really helped so many of us just endure these markets. And I want to start by just first off prefacing, look what's going on outside of the charts, right? You all know all of this already. SEC set to allow Bitcoin futures ETFs as deadline looms. That just came out yesterday. The United States becomes the largest Bitcoin mining center, surpassing China. These things are happening with Bitcoin right now. And when you start pairing that stuff up, first off, you can actually get this glaring difference between now and the bull market high of 2017. You start kind of picking apart and separating the differences of how much further along Bitcoin is now versus then. That's bullish. But then we start pairing this up with data that we've really been tracking. And before I really talk about the bullish confirmation, I want to point this out. This was a video, I'm not going to show a clip, but this was a video from June 27th, 2021. What I was talking about in this video is you see these green Fibonacci resistance areas. This is the bull market doors that we were waiting to break. We broke in November. Here's the bull market doors from that last cycle all the way back here on the chart. I was talking about that area and the data, and actually it goes back even further on the chart, and I'll actually go to the actual chart now. But I was talking about the data on this macro chart that basically says each time Bitcoin has done this, meaning we've broken through the bull market doors, Bitcoin never revisited that area again. Here, look all the way back in 2013, Bitcoin never revisiting that area again after breaking the doors. Here we are, the most recent Fibonacci retracement on the macro, bull market doors being broken. That is to say that $16,000 area potentially never being broken. But the other thing is this, and I didn't really mention this in that video, I didn't even really think to, the 1618 line of these macro Fibonaccis. So here's that almost 1618 line retrace back in 2013. Here is this, right here, the 1618 retrace back in 2017. And here is our most recent 1618 2021 retrace on the macro most recently. Now, Bitcoin historically has never revisited those prices. So this, and again, this is historical data. It's not a guarantee that this will happen again. But if we look at the 1618 line right around $30,000, is that to say Bitcoin might never hit $30,000 again? And by the way, if you're looking at this chart, this is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index chart. It's 24 hours old. If I go to a real-time Bitcoin chart right now, Bitcoin's actually at $61,456 as I do this video. There is the 1618 line. So talking about the bullish confirmation that Bitcoin has just really showed us, there's been multiple things on the long-term macro and also on the short term. First things first, this 50-week moving average bounce, epic. Here's the 1618 line bounce that we were tracking while it was happening, saying, hey, listen, this Bitcoin bull market might not be over, everybody. Let's see how support holds at the 1618 line, similar to the 1618 line back in 2017 for continuation. And look what's happened. We were looking for the 1618 bounce. We were really waiting for this confirmation. The 20-week moving average right here. That is the area we were looking for, a bounce off the 1618 to at the very least test again to see if Bitcoin will either fail there, come back down, or fail at support and come back down. Because if you remember, that is what happened at the beginning of the last bear market. And if we look at that on the chart, it's right here. Bitcoin fell through the 20-week moving average and then came back up and tested it and then just failed at the 20-week moving average. This time around, we got the bounce to the 20-week moving average, through it, back down to it, and a bounce back above. And this is a story of bullish confirmation playing out right before our eyes. This is a weekly chart, so it has really, really, really required patience. Now, if we zoom in, now we're starting to get the shorter term confirmation, bullish confirmation that doesn't come without some volatility potentially, even in the coming days here, maybe the coming hours. We'll track it, but this is that shorter term confirmation. It's the all-time high, and this is what we were tracking, all-time high to this swing low. That's the 1618 line down here on the macro. It's not charted, but that's where that 1618 line bounce is. Came all the way back up right to this shorter term, it's a midterm Fibonacci resistance. That was $50,800 area at the 618 to 786 around 57,000, right above 57,000. And look how Bitcoin interacted with this area, failing the first time, coming down, and then boom, breaking the 786 line right now. Right now, we're getting a very important daily candle, which is the separation from that area. This is the move that we've been waiting for. This is the move that we've been talking about. Right now, Bitcoin, if we look at the chart, from that 786 line, Bitcoin overextended around 7 to 8%. We want to see it kind of reach above that 10% area. Interestingly enough, leading into that 15% overextension, Bitcoin, 14 to 15% overextension, Bitcoin kind of hitting that, not kind of, Bitcoin is hitting that recent all-time high. So potentially hitting some resistance along the way in that regard. So with that resistance, this is where the volatility could come into play. It could happen now. We could hit that all-time high, come back down. That's the volatility that we want to be prepared for, because as we're getting the breakthrough, this Fibonacci, this is what I'm anticipating. This is just simply what I'm anticipating. This is no guarantee that it's going to happen, but we're getting this breakthrough, the Fibonacci. Maybe we get some just extension. Maybe we hit all-time high, but I'm also seeing the 20-day moving average, the cross above the 50-day moving average, that blue line. We're getting all of this overextension above these areas. So the moving averages down here. And by the way, those moving averages in that like $50,000 area, we can call it. So right now, already 20% overextended. If this goes up to 30%, we always start looking for potential retracement to test these moving averages. So there's a potential for Bitcoin to kind of come back down and test this area. So the question is, as all of this is happening, as it transpires and it plays out before our eyes, when will that first resistance be? And with that first resistance, what will structure look like? Because now, if we're looking at this daily chart, we can go to a 6-hour. Look at this crazy, this is a 6-hour chart. This is all the way back in April, all the way down to a swing low to July, to now here we are in October. Look at all of this volatility. The last time we saw kind of on a 6-hour zoomed out something so crazy like that was actually March 2020, back here, that huge dip that we had. And then before that, really, the bear market low of 2018, just this huge volatility on the 6-hour chart. Just a quick glimpse, a quick illustration of what we just went through on this 6-hour chart. This could be the perfect picture of continuation in the middle of a bull market after consolidation to a 1618 macro line that Bitcoin has bounced off of prior in a cycle, in the middle of a bull cycle. So this is the kind of the launch pad, Bitcoin coming up. Now we're looking for structure. And so on the 6-hour, here's that recent all-time high. We're going to put in an all-time high. Are we going to get resistance there and kind of trickle back down, maybe trickle back down to the moving averages down here in the $48,000 region? So on a 6-hour chart, what that could look like is kind of just trickling back down, 49, 40, 48, $50,000 region. Is it going to kind of start consolidating? And then we're going to maybe break that support. And then is there going to be maybe an ascending triangle? This is a longer story playing out, I think, right now that we have to continue to track, continue to prepare for structure. Because when we start getting structure, then we start forming our new confirmations. But right now on the macro chart, this is exactly the move that we've been waiting for. This is what we've been talking about really all through summer as we were tracking all of this data and all of these indicators, and it has played out on the chart. And just the fact that we have this 20-week moving average kind of just cruising, not even hitting that 50-week moving average, just cruising back up and getting that bounce of support off that 20-week moving average is the first time that has happened in these cycles. It is a great signal that this could be truly the most bullish macro confirmation that we've been waiting for. Everyone, this is, and I say this because it's so important, especially as Bitcoin's in that all-time high area, right? This isn't like bear market low territory. We're on the flip side. Bitcoin's at all-time high area. Please be so careful. Please be so careful. You just don't know what is going to happen next. Nobody does. I don't. I'm not a financial advisor. If you're looking for one, go find one that you can kind of hash these things out with, figure out how you're going to manage your stuff. I'm just a YouTuber tracking the data, and it's been really, really cool to see how this data has played out. It's really cool to see how it's going to play out. Anticipating the structure that is available on these charts is just really ridiculous, because on the macro, again, we've been so patient for this to happen, and here we are, it's happening. So will Bitcoin hit an all-time high? I don't know. Is it going to happen in the short term? I don't know, but I'm watching with you, everybody. Hit that subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. I really appreciate you. I really, really do. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.